everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I put together my fall tier tray and decorated it with some Dollar Tree items. So to get started with our tiered tray, I'm going to use these two candle stands that I found from over at Goodwill. They were $1.99 a piece. Now, of course, you can use any candle stands you want to from Dollar Tree. They've got a couple of selections over there, but I really wanted to do something a little different, and these were perfect. Next, I'm going to use this pie pan, and I'm going to use this charger with the faux wood finish. Next, I'm going to take this cred cutter and clean these candle stands up. Then I'm going to take my Waverly white chalk paint and get to painting. I did just one coat of paint on this charger because I really wanted the faux wood design to show through. I put 2 coats of the white paint on the pie pan and did the underside, and then I also did 2 coats on the candle stands. Because I want that faux wood finish to pop, I use my sanding block to give it a good sanding. And then I take my Waverly Truffle paint and my stencil brush and do some dry brushing over the entire charger plate. I like to focus on the edges first and then drag that brush towards the middle. Then I do the same thing to the candle stands. I start off pretty light and then I go in a little heavier once I figure out the look I'm looking for. Here's what the 2 candle stands look like side by side, distressed and not distressed. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick little clip of what I started to do, but I changed my mind because it was not turning out right. So I used my pencil to sketch out some lines on the pie pan, hoping to create faux wood lines like the charger, and this did not turn out right. I painted them with the truffle paint, and then I dry brushed them with the white chalk paint to soften up those lines. Y'all, this was so bad. It was just so bad. So then I decided to scrap that idea and repainted it white to start over. Then once that was dry again, I used the truffle paint and stencil brush to dry brush it, including underneath the pan, just to have the finished look. So now to assemble the tier tray, I'm just going to be using some hot glue and E6000 for that long-term, short-term hold. I started off with the E6000 and then use the hot glue because hot glue dries really fast and the E6000 will definitely give you some time. So I apply the glue on the bottom of the first candle stand, I get it centered on the charger, and then I go from there. And then I let it sit overnight for the E6000 to set. This video is in collaboration with Teresa over at Our Greene Acres. If you're not familiar with her channel, she has some really great DIYs. She does some shabby chic decor, trash of treasures, home tours, and she even has some videos involving farm equipment. So head on over there and tell her I sent you. So now it's time to decorate, and I've got this wooden pumpkin from Dollar Tree. It's plain on one side and has a design on the other. And then I'm using this apple barrel paint in the color pumpkin orange. And because this orange is a lot brighter than I wanted, I'm going to darken it up just a tad with some truffle paint by Waverly. But I painted both sides of this pumpkin, even though no one's going to see the back side, so you can skip this step if you want to, but I also painted the edges. I was debating on whether I was going to paint the inside of the pumpkin or not. I didn't bother, and I still think this piece looks great anyway. Once that was done, I painted the stem in that truffle color, and then I decided to give the pumpkin some dimension and did a little dry brushing, so now it will look like a pumpkin that's been in the field. So next I'm using one of these Dollar Tree crates, and I started to paint it in the Waverly Antique Wax, but it was too dark, so I added it to a little water to create a stain. And then I covered the entire crate, and then I wiped off any excess water. Next, I'm just going to take this wooden kabob skewer and paint it in that same stain as the crate. Then I take this wooden number 1 from Dollar Tree and some black acrylic paint, and I'm just painting the bottom half of this number. Next, I take these wooden stickers, also from Dollar Tree, that was from their summer decor, and I'm using 4 of the lemon slices and painting them black. So now I decided to age this crate, or what's actually becoming a wagon, a little by dry brushing some of that black acrylic paint. Now time to hot glue the wheels onto our wagon. The stickers still have the sticky part of it on there, and I used it as a guide to where I wanted to place the wheels. So I just add a tiny bit of hot glue and then stuck her on. Now I'm going to take my scissors and score the kabob skewer where I want it and then sand the edge on my sanding block. Then I'm just going to hot glue that to the bottom of the wagon. Next, I'm going to take that number 1, cut it down, and glue that to the kabob skewer. That's going to be our handle. Then with some jute, I wrap around the handle and the kabob stick to give it a finished look. Then I just place the pumpkin inside the wagon, no hot glue needed, and I take some of this eucalyptus from Walmart, I cut it apart and stick it around the pumpkin. I think this turned out so stinking cute. I absolutely love this. I've got a couple of quick DIYs right here. These little pumpkins already had the flower and some of the picks already glued on there, and I just felt that it was missing a little something in the middle. So what I did is I took this pomegranate and I hot glued it into place with this flower, and I called this DIY Perfect. For this next one, I kind of did the same thing, except for this time, all I did was just take some Dollar Tree sunflowers that I thought were absolutely beautiful. These are the larger ones, and I just added a little hot glue and stuck it in the middle. For this last DIY, I had this Autumn Blessings sign from Dollar Tree, but I needed it to have a little bit of height. So I had these napkin ring holders I had gotten from Kroger, which is my local grocery store here in Texas. Added a little bit of hot glue, I stacked them together, and then I put the sign on top of that and called it good. And this is how our tier tray came out. I absolutely love this so much. As you can see, the Autumn Blessing signs has got a little bit of a height now. Everything on this tray came from Dollar Tree, except for those little pumpkins right there. They came from Walmart. That little home sign right there is just some Jenga blocks I had glued together in a previous DIY and painted home on it. I absolutely love that little owl. I think it is so cute. The scarecrow with the hay bale, absolutely adorable. Again, everything on this tray came from Dollar Tree except for that little watering can. That came from Hobby Lobby. It was in their spring decor, which at the time was like 66% off, and I think I got it like less than $1. I don't really remember, but it was super cheap and so cute. And this is our little pumpkin in a wagon. I absolutely love that. That is probably my favorite one out of all of this. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment, and I hope you consider subscribing. Don't forget to go visit Teresa's channel, show her some love, and tell her I sent you. And if you're here from Teresa's channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye.